I have just been so bored, and I don't know what else to do. It's like, I could get a new job, okay, I can move, okay, I can never talk to anybody ever again and talk to all new people, okay, but like, I'm always gonna end up feeling bored. And then I was watching the Martha Stewart documentary, and I've never really thought twice about Martha Stewart, okay? To be honest, but I was listening to it and I was like, why do I resonate with this woman? Like, why do I resonate? This is gonna be called Garden and Garden, by the way. Garden and Garden, you know? This whole little thing. Anyways, I was listening to her talk and I was like, there's something about this girl that I get. Look it up. She's a Leo. I'm like, all right. It makes sense. I understand now. And like, it's going viral now, that whole clip where she was like, if you want to be happy for a year, get married. If you want to be happy for a decade, get a dog. If you want to be happy for like the rest of your life, build a garden. That seemed like practical, solid advice. Your garden can die, but it will only die if you don't take care of it. And lately, as you can see, I've been trying to maintain the life of plants a bit more. I have some plants inside. I have a banyan tree over there. So I got some seeds and some little pots today, and instead of buying plants that are already like blooming, I wanted to see if I could grow something from a little tiny seed. And if I can, maybe it'll make me feel better about whatever the fuck it is that I don't feel good about, which I don't even know what it is. It doesn't even make sense. All I'm trying to say is I don't know what's going on with me. I don't feel good, but I don't not feel good. I don't know why I don't feel good, I guess, because like, I have a job, I have a home, people love me, but I've just been acting like a total fucking bitch. Like, truth be told, I've just been like pushing everybody away from me. And I think it's maybe just because I need some time to myself and to do some things for myself and find some more hobbies for myself. I just feel like I came out of the worst year of my life last year, 2023. This year has just been the processing of last year. And I think that in that processing, I became numb and lost myself a little bit, lost my interest, lost my voice, mainly because I felt like, not that my voice didn't matter, but that there was just so much going on that was so much bigger than me that I didn't know what to say anymore. You know what I'm saying? So all that is to say that I want to start, you know how the bitches say, like, go touch grass? Like, I want to touch soil and like grow little peppers and tomatoes and flowers and just nurture something other than myself, but that feeds me. So I guess I'm nurturing myself. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'll show you what I got. Hold on. I'm learning. I don't know really shit about shit. I just like water my plants and I keep it pushing. But I would like to, I would love to flip a farm in a state and have it be a beautiful garden, do all that stuff, but like, I don't know shit about shit. So if this is like bad and I shouldn't use this, somebody correct me and I won't buy shit like this moving forward. But it seemed easy enough. It's like a concentrated seed starting mix. It expands to like 8 quarts of like, what is this, soil, I guess, for your seeds. And then I got sweet peas, these little flowers. I thought they were really pretty. I like roughly looking flowers, so I got one thing of flowers, and then I got these organic red cherry tomatoes and these organic sweet banana peppers, and we'll see how they grow. I'm excited to try it, but we'll start first by putting this in a bucket with some water so that it expands, and then I can fill up the little pots and grow these. So I'm filling it up right now, and I really just like the way it feels touching the soil. I might have added a little too much water. Nothing a little Florida sun can't dry up. While the soil is soaking up that water and getting ready for me to use, I'm gonna just pin my hair back and we can garden before we garden, if you know what I mean. So this election year made me realize, and don't come at me, okay? But it made me realize how much more involved I need to be. I can't just have a revolution by myself in my room, thinking things like fuck the government. You know, I want to be more active. I want to participate in more. Like, I care so much about children. I think the rights of children need to be advocated for, and I don't do anything other than hold those opinions to myself and discuss them with the people who also feel that way. But what am I actually doing to contribute to that? That's important. Feeding the homeless, the houseless, those who can't afford to be fed. That's important to me. I want to do that. I want to know what's going on in my city. I just want to be more involved. I think it's more important than ever. Like, a community garden would be cool. Like, what if this got to a point where I connected with enough people and I got good enough at gardening where I started a community garden? That would be so cool. I've always wanted to do that. My dad's side of the family has lived with the land. They have farms and cows and chickens, and they grow all sorts of vegetables and even make their own cheese. So it's in my blood. But I grew up isolated in this country, and those skills and essential skills were not really passed down to me. So I'm just kind of figuring it out on my own. But if it's in my blood, then it's in my blood, and I'm hoping that I can be good at it. All right, let's start touching some soil. That's what I'm really fucking excited about, digging my nails in there. I cut my nails, I painted them myself, I did a little chrome. So I want to do a little experiment with this. This is a wire of copper, and I'm gonna break it up into some pieces and throw it in the soil because I want to see if it does something. I've heard it does things, so I want to try it myself. And then I'm also going to write one little I am statement on each little pot for each thing that I'm growing. And I don't know, let's just try something. All right, I'm feeling experimental. So for the sweet pea, I'm gonna put Life is Sweet. Okay, so this one says Life is Sweet, and we're gonna put the sweet peas in there. 1, 2. Should I fill it up all the way with soil and then put it in? Should I do layers? I'm gonna do layers. This is trial and error. I probably should have watched a video first, but I just kind of want to see if I know how to do it. Ha! Hold on. I forgot to cut up I'm making a mess. When things get messy, I feel like I'm losing my mind. Virgo moon. Okay, I'm ill-prepared. I'll be back. I can't do this. I can't move on like this. I went to Brazil as a kid. I went a few times. I used to go every summer up until I turned maybe 14 or 15. I went fishing one time in this little pond that was right in front of the house that was at my aunt's like farm, and we went fishing there, and my cousin was like showing me the worms, and we were like putting them on the fucking hooks and shit. And I get grossed out by things, but I really like touching the worm and like putting it in the hook. Like I liked how like connected to the earth I felt, I guess. I'm gonna do one more layer. I should have gotten more pots, but what I'll do is I'll save these seeds, and if I can't grow these, or if I notice something that I did wrong, I'll just use the rest of the seeds that I have left over that I didn't use this first time around. My Life is Sweet sweet peas are donezo. We're gonna plant the red cherry tomatoes, and the message in this one is going to be tomatoes they could be demure, but they can also be so bold. So the message on this one is going to be, you're so bold! Exclamation point. The Martha Stewart documentary I'm not done with it, but at one point the interviewer asked her, so what's more important, or she poses the question, what's more important, your career or a marriage? And I really thought she was going to say her career. She seemed kind of devastated over her marriage ending still, and the betrayal of it. But she said, I don't know, to that question. And I always thought that regardless of a marriage ending, if you could build yourself up and be a powerful woman with all the money that you could ever want and prove to everyone that you can be what a man is, or what a man wishes he could be now, that it would be enough. And Martha was like, I don't know. And I thought that was interesting. There is a video of a man in a hospital in Gaza. He's reciting the Quran after his child died, I believed, and he's saying, children and wealth are the adornment of life. And I think about that a lot. I can be extremely conservative in the sense of like, I want very traditional things like a marriage, a child. But then when I really think about what brings me satisfaction, I'm like, will that really bring me satisfaction? I need a lot of alone time. I need a lot of space. I need a lot of quiet. And maybe I would lose myself in something like that. And I have this like fear, I guess, that it's just never gonna end well, you know? Like, it's always gonna be bad. You're always gonna end up losing yourself and being a stupid woman. So why the fuck would you even do that? But then I'm like, oh, but like, why not risk it? And then if it's bad, then it's like, bye, fuck you. But like, I don't know. Martha Stewart got me thinking is all I'm saying. So soon I'm gonna have my Brazilian passport, and I'm really excited for that. Mine expired a while ago. And once I have it, I would love to take some time off and go out there and spend some time with my grandmother. I only have one living grandmother, and there's so much I want to know about her and life and what she did and what she thinks I should do. Honestly, I'm not opposed to listening to my elders. I actually really wish I utilized it more. There's some people I don't want to hear anything from, but I think there's something important about talking to the elders in your bloodline, especially if you can have. She raised me. She's my mother. She's my mother's mother, and she's my mother. And I can't wait to have my passport and be able to talk to her. And she's the one who like really liked flowers and gardens and stuff like that. She would always have flowers outside of her balcony, and she would talk to me about them. And she had one in particular that, like, I don't know what it's called, but she called it like a Cinderella shoe. And I remember when she was teaching me how to write cursive, she would tell me that the letter S, like, which is, my name is Stephanie, she would say it looks like her favorite flower, when it's written in cursive. And I always thought that was really pretty. And her name is Hausa, as like Rose. Pieces of copper. Okay, so last but not least, we are going to do the organic sweet banana peppers. And with this one, we're going to do You Are Glowing. Because yellow peppers glow. Oh, whoa, wait, these are just like the fucking seed. Yo, I feel so dumb. These are like the seeds that are inside the little bell peppers and shit. Like, duh. I could have just pulled that out of my fridge. I also read this article about how gardening is good for your health and shit. So, I've been struggling with my mental health, I'm not gonna lie. This is a good way to start making it better, maybe. When I struggle with my mental health, I'm just mean to everyone. Like, deadass. That's how I be. It's fucked up, but it's the truth. And I don't like that. So, and if I'm mean to everybody, that means I'm being mean to myself, which is like, what could be worse? I put them all up here. I'm excited to see if I can grow something.